So Etost, who I have to shout out Etost, who's, he's frequently in my chat. Etost compiled a shitload of data. He basically compiled like the most used Super Smash Bros. Melee character from every country that has data from Smashy for years and years, going years and years back. And as you can see, he's got a bunch of different maps. So I was going to basically react to all these maps. I was going to provide at least one hot take for every single map. And of course, the one that's been doing the numbers is this first one, which is for each country in the world, what is the character with the most games played on Smashy? Now, I was a little bit surprised to see that in America, it's actually Fox, not Falco. Here's the thing. I was a little surprised to see that it's Fox in places like the USA, but it kind of makes sense because remember, this isn't Slippy data. This is Smashy data. And you remember what I've said this for years and years and years. I think there comes a time in the average Netplay Falco's life where they graduate from being a Netplay Falco to being a Netplay Fox. And that time in your life comes roughly when you start to care about tournaments. The average Netplay Falco does not go on to become a great Falco. They go on to become a run-of-the-mill Fox. They jab the back of your shield. For some reason, every Netplay Fox does this. If you're shielding, they do jab on your shield, up smash. I'm serious. If you want to start like clutching out games against Netplay Fox players, this is a little pro tip that I'll just throw in the beginning of this video. Wait for them to up smash your shield. They always do jab up smash because they think you're gonna like wave dash out a shield or something. Every fucking Netplay Fox player does this. It's like the most Netplay Fox habit imaginable. It's so, just look for it next time. You're gonna notice it. You're gonna be like, oh my God, they really do all do this. Well, anyway, yeah, I think that most Netplay Falcos switch to Fox when they start caring about tournaments, and this is Smash G data. So there you go. This map, you might notice something in particular. I'm sure those of you who are watching on YouTube like already know exactly what's going on here. That's right. It's the fact that the most played character in Kazakhstan is Donkey Kong, which means that yes, we have successfully created Donkey Kong country. It was Kazakhstan the whole time. I'm sure there's a Borat joke to be made here. I'm not going to try too hard, but the fact that it's some dude like synthesizing it in a lab like makes it extra funny. I feel like the presentation is the cherry on top. But anyway, that's just one thing. By the way, there's some pretty base countries like Italy, like around Italy into, I don't know, are these the Balkans? I guess the Balkans are more like here, but there's some Captain Falcon countries around here, which is pretty dope too. Okay, so this is the second most, and it makes sense that in places where the first most played is Fox, second most played is probably gonna be Falco. Well, let's find out what Donkey Kong country's up to. And it turns out that the second most played character in Kazakhstan is Ness. The DK Ness meta has never been more alive. This is each country's most played melee bottom tier in 2021. Which, like, okay, I think the inclusion of, well, I guess you might as well include him. I was gonna say, I'm not even sure if Roy and Mewtwo really count as bottom tiers anymore, but okay, so you've got Zelda in America, which actually surprised me a little. I feel like the character I run into the most on Slippy would be Roy. But again, this is Smashy, it's not Slippy, and the set of people that enter tournaments is not the same as the set of people that play unranked. So there's some melee Zelda grinders out there. Shout out to Rien, of course. What does Iran play in the end? I gotta tell you, I think we're clickbaiting here. I don't think Iran is represented, right? I don't think Iran is necessarily, because where's Iran on? Iran's like here, right? This is Iran? This is or is this Iran? This is Saudi Arabia, right? Iran's got no data. We'll never know. They're keeping it a secret from us. They want us to be shocked when they come and they take the world by storm. Happy to see all the Roy representation in Latin America and South America, though, because, well, shout out to Lag from Mexico. Lag is fucking ridiculous. Lag beat Kadoran. If you're beating Kadoran, you're nuts. And Lag beat Kadoran with Roy. That's fucking crazy. If you guys don't know who Lag is. He's fucking cracked. Lag played the most Roy games out of any Roy in the world. Oh, by the way, I haven't been looking at Russia. So Russia and Canada both play Ness. The cold northern countries love Ness. Each country's most played melee non-high tier on Smashy in 2021. Why isn't... oh, in 2021. And this is like... Wait, what? What happened to Donkey Kong? What happened to Donkey Kong Country? Why is it Ness now? Someone spoofed their location. God, Donkey Kong players would set their location to Kazakhstan. Donkey Kong players definitely like just still really think Borat is funny. Okay, don't get me wrong. Borat is still funny, but like, you know what I'm saying. Now we've got breakdowns by state and province, which is kind of cool. Each state province's most played melee bottom tier in 2021, according to SmashGG. I am proud as a California resident and as a West Coast resident. I'm proud that Mewtwo dominates the West Coast here. Because Mewtwo's fucking sick. I've always thought Mewtwo's like the coolest low tier. I think that's kind of inarguable, right? Okay, obviously everything's arguable, but I feel like it's inarguable that Mewtwo is pretty fucking cool. His animations look sick. His movement actually feels really good. So just open up melee and try wave dashing around Mewtwo. It feels so good. He's got some cool tech. He's had some legendary players like Taj. Like Mewtwo was actually played in Winners Finals at Genesis. Genesis 2. To me, Mewtwo is a level of pedigree that none of these other characters have. Not even Roy. Roy's getting there with Don't Test Me, but in my opinion, it's not even a question. You know what I mean? I feel like Mewtwo's more iconic than the rest of the low tiers. Isn't he? Ganon's not low tier. How's Ganon low tier? Ganon's clearly not a bottom tier. These are bottom tiers. Yeah, I will say Nun makes Ganon look really fucking good. And when I play Nun's Ganon, it's like actually really hard. What else is interesting from this map? It's funny how Canada as a whole was Ness, and it really only took one province to make Ness the Canadian low tier. And of course it's Ontario. Like, Toronto's Ontario, so whatever Ontario says goes, I guess. Each state province, and then this is just low tiers and below, or mid tiers and below. Dude, ice climbers are so rare now. This is actually the craziest thing about this fucking map, dude. Dude, we really did eradicate the ice climbers. Do you remember how common they were in like 2018? Dude, I was looking at this bracket today. Look at these placings. 3rd place, Ices. 4th place, Ices. Boyd, 7th, Ices. That's 3 Ices in top 8. Drunksloth, 9th, Ices. Like, holy shit, there was so much Ices back then. Some guy I've never heard of and probably never will hear of again because he probably quit the game, Mewy, here in 17th with Ices. Dude, Ices was, there were tournaments. I remember one of the signs said like 9 Ices in top 32. Some shit like that. Or maybe it was 9 in top 48 or top 64. But there's so much Ices. There was an insane amount of ice climbers. If you went on Smash Ladder back in the day, Anthers Ladder, this was pre-rollback netcode. Before we banned Wobbling, there was so much Ices. Like, holy shit. And now they just don't exist at all. Like, look at this map. Like, where are Ices? Oregon? Is it just 3 states? Oregon, Indiana, Tennessee? 3 states. If you did this in 2018 or before, it would have been dead ass. Every state would have been Ices. Every state. Unquestionably. I don't think there's a state or province on here that Ices wouldn't have taken. Seriously. It's crazy. We eradicated them. They all quit. They're gone. We just said, you know what? We don't mind if like all of the players of this character just quit. It's fine. We don't need them in our community. That's what we did. We have to be honest with ourselves. There's no slice in the mustard. If we had an Ices player like HBox who carried Puff and all the perceived garbage the character does, Ices wouldn't be extinct. Well, we would need that today. We had that in the days of Wobbling. We don't have that. Oh, West Virginia is also Ices. All we have now is Slug. I just think it's tough because I don't think Slug even reached the level of prominence of like Fly, Wobbles. I don't think it's ever gonna happen. I will say Wobbling being banned is a direct M2K buff. M2K had so many questionable Ices losses. Oh my god. People were talking on I was in Mango stream earlier. They're talking about like characters Mango's bad against. Like, you know, Mango's talking about how he's kind of had a spotty record against Ices. I think Mewtwo King had a more spotty record against Ices. Melee players per 100k people on Smash G in 2021. We have no Smash G data in North Dakota. Wait, are you fucking serious? There are 0 North Dakota Melee players? Can we send like some, what do they call, like missionaries? Not that kind of missionary. Can we send some Melee evangelists to like spread the good word? Do they just not know? What the fuck? How? And South Dakota is also the lowest. The Dakotas are empty. Minnesota, you got a bunch. Montana, you got a bunch. Why is what's YT? YouTube. Why is YouTube so poppin'? None of it is one player. His name is Wizrod Lover 420, and I really hope he's from none of it. That is really funny. BC's poppin'. BC is actually poppin' though, because BC does have a pretty, you know, like BC's populated. Vancouver's BC. Melee sets played per 100k people. Yeah, so this is a better heat map because this is actual number of sets. North Dakota. Nothing. Dude, what the fuck is going on in North Dakota? Dude, that's so weird. Melee says played per player who entered at least one event on Smash G in 2021. So this is like which state's players are the most active. And it turns out nobody's trying to get down in tournament like Texas and Louisiana. Shoutouts to them. Anecdotally, this does sound correct. I feel like every single Melee... Wait, this is just Bobby Big Balls, right? It's just Bobby Big Balls. Like, Bobby Big Balls lives in Texas, so it's Bobby Big Balls and J Salt, right? That's it? Yeah, perfect. Well, besides Bobby Big Balls, I will also say that I feel like, and again, North Dakota, no data. Texas, like, dude, they've got a lot of, like, grinders. They have Palpa, SDJ. I feel like I see Palpa, SDJ in, like, every fucking Smash G. I don't even know what those guys look like. SFOP doesn't enter as much. Does he? Maybe he does. I would say Palpa and SDJ are the ones where I'm like, damn, these guys enter, and of course Bobby Big Balls. That's actually super expected. If anything, I'm surprised Texas isn't an even deeper color. Percent of Melee games with non-top tiers on Smash G. Antigua and Barbuda have 100% of Melee games with non-top tiers. They banned top tiers in Antigua and Barbuda. No one is allowed to play top tiers in those locations. Insane. Turkey's a bunch of Ices. And we know Ices aren't top tier anymore, so. Dude, I think we should unban Wobbling. The more I think about this date, I think we should unban it. Nah, maybe we should. Because I said that, and then I thought about this. And, like, I also don't want this. What do we do? What's the right answer? I think every ICs player, okay, here's how I think it should work. This is my ICs rule. Every ICs player shows up to each tournament with 3 ammo. And when you spend an ammo, you have to tell the TO before you start each tournament set if you're going to use ammo or not. It's wobbling ammo. You see where I'm going with this? And if you use your ammo, that means you can wobble in that set, but you lose that ammo for the rest of the tournament. So you can basically only wobble in 3 sets the whole tournament. You got to pick and choose which ones you think are important enough to wobble in. And that would basically mean that if you want to wobble in top 8, like if you want to make it this far and wobble in top 8, then you better be able to get to top 8 without wobbling. But if you're getting your pools upsets and upsetting fucking Mango in top 128 with wobbling or whatever, that means you're also not going to make it that far in the tournament because you're not going to be able to wobble much further in the tournament. I think it's an amazing rule.